It's day 291. This is the happiest day. It was a Friday morning. The hearts of the companions were beating with excitement. They were about to reach the Kaaba that they had missed so much. There was a sweet smile on the face of the Prophet. He was riding on Kaswa, his camel. This was the happiest day for him and his companions. He thanked Allah who had shown him this day and began reciting verses from the Quran. Giving the good news of the conquest of Mecca, the 10,000-strong army acted in unison as they entered Mecca. The Prophet, out of respect and gratitude to Allah, bowed his head as he entered Mecca. He knew that it was a gift. This victory was a gift from him. He turned to his soldiers and said, "Do not fight with anyone unless you are attacked. Do not attack anyone. Don't kill anyone. Make it easy. Don't make it difficult. Give glad tidings and don't let them hate and dislike you." There were sweet words on the lips and good news. The brightness of the good news was in their eyes. This was the awesome moment that they had waited for years and years. They celebrated it with total dignity and restraint. Without using their swords against anyone, they entered Mecca. The army, wave after wave, approached the Kaaba. Mecca was experiencing its happiest and most joyful day. The Prophet, who had been raised in its bosom and then expelled from it by force, was returning now with a great army. The pagans were quiet, and the Muslims were joyful. The children of the Prophet's clan, having heard about his coming, had come out of their homes and lined the streets. It was children who had welcomed him when he migrated from Mecca to Medina, and now again it was children who were welcoming them back from Medina to Mecca. The Prophet smiled at each one of them as he moved towards the Kaaba on the back of his camel Kaswa. There wasn't the slightest sign of pride in his behavior. Whatever he had been 8 years ago, he was the same now. He took the son of Zaid, Usama, onto the back of his camel. Usama was happy. He listened to the Prophet very carefully. When the Messenger of Allah saw the Kaaba, he expressed his joy by saying, "Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar." Following his example, 10,000 soldiers repeated the same. "Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest, and Allah is the greatest." And the voices of those making takbir re-echoed all over Mecca. The Prophet visited the Kaaba, and later he went to the well of Zamzam that he loved so much, drank from it, and made an ablution. He thanked Allah. Following him, the whole army did the same. The wave of joy had enlivened the entire city of Mecca. The good news that Allah the Most High had sent His Prophet was realized now. The most precious diamond of the world, the Kaaba, was now in the hands of the Muslims. The sounds of thanks and prayers rose to the sky.